Have you seen how hysterical the media has gotten? I mean, they're just coming apart at the seams. It's getting I'm embarrassed for them. George Stephanopoulos, who's getting sued by Donald Trump. He was on ABC News this weekend. He's got some show over there. This is the former, by the way, press guy for Clinton. You can see, even though they're pretending at ABC to be all on the uppity up and we don't have any biases, this, that, and the other, they hire the ex-Clinton guy. Here he is.
Good morning and welcome to This Week. It is almost over. What comes next is anyone's guess. What we do know is this. No election since the Civil War has posed such a test of our constitutional system. Whether to accept election results and the peaceful transfer of power has never been on the ballot like this. The stakes in this election are as high as it gets. The differences between the candidates are as stark as it gets. And as we emerge from the final weekend, the polls suggest that this election is as close as it gets.
So, is it because maybe Kamala won't accept the results? He won't accept the results? Don't forget, we did go through Florida. Neither side would accept the results. Now, if you don't accept the results, you're somehow the problem. If it's this close, and he's winning by, 1,000 votes, you don't think Kamala is going to have something to say about that? And likewise, shouldn't Donald Trump, if she wins by 1,000 votes someplace, have the ability to come forward and say something about that? I mean, the media has jumped the shark, the mainstream media, the legacy media anyway. You see this graphic that came out from our friends over at American Media Research Center, and they're showing that basically the coverage at legacy media organizations has been 84% positive for Kamala Harris, 89% negative for Donald Trump. So think about that. Look at those numbers. Super negative on Kamala Harris. Super negative on Donald Trump. Super positive on Kamala Harris. So if people actually trusted the media, wouldn't that actually result in, I don't know, maybe some polls that would be more favorable to Kamala Harris? I mean, how do you explain this? How do you explain the New York Times poll? How do you explain Marist today, where he's up 7%? How do you explain Polymarket, where people are putting money to work here and they do anticipate that he is going to win this thing? He's up nearly 60%. I mean, he was up 60% last week, so he's come down a tad since then, which is a little bit to be expected. But nonetheless, why are you in some kind of dead even scenario? I think the media knows that its days are numbered. They really, really know it. And that's because, in part, what we're doing here, I mean, think about it. I'm live with you. There are no scripts. There's not a whole lot of bells and whistles. But we have a level of authenticity that is very, very different than you see at the network news organizations. I mean, even I've made the point cable feels really kind of new and exciting compared to network news. But this is a whole other ballgame. This is so far beyond cable. Anyway, speaking of cable, my former colleague Jesse Waters made a really good point. The media is flipping out because they know it's over for them.
There are a lot of sweaty palms and nail biting in newsrooms across the East Coast because a Trump victory would be the final nail in the media's coffin. An anonymous TV executive admitting if half the country has decided that Trump is qualified to be president, that means they're not reading any of this media. And we've lost this audience completely. A Trump victory means mainstream media is dead in its current form. They're fessing up that their mission is to influence you, not inform you. No one believes them. They lost their juice and they think they're dying. What they don't realize is they've been dead for years. 3 networks and 3 papers choosing the politicians, those days are long gone. Today, we have cable, talk radio, podcasts, social media. We debunk the hoaxes before the networks can air them. But CBS is still trying to spin Biden's garbage smear. Listen.
He landed in Green Bay just a short time ago and then pulled this campaign stunt, speaking to reporters.
Yeah. So CBS was a little bit annoyed about the whole garbage thing because Joe Biden, as you recall, called Trump supporters garbage, and then Trump doubled down on it. But apparently it's okay for Biden to say garbage. That's just a gaffe. It's not okay, according to CBS Evening News, for Donald Trump to double down on that and make hay of that, so to speak. I would just say, hey, lady, you know what? This is politics. This is politics. Get with it. I want you to stay with me. I am going over to my friends at Newsmax for like 3 minutes. Let's see. Actually, no, I got a little bit more time. In 3 minutes. And you can see how that works because I'm going to go over and do a live hit, but we'll do that together. Okay. In the meantime, let me give a shout out for some of our friends at another one of our great sponsors. We love our sponsors here on the Trish Regan Show. They make this whole thing possible, right? And this one is Balance of Nature. I do take my fruits and veggies every single day. My vitamin D, finally, like my whole life, the doctor would be like, vitamin D. Now I got it. Anyway, that's thanks to our friends at Balance of Nature. You can get actually, oh, this is new. Wow. Get up to, is that right? Wow. I want to make sure I read this right. You can, as a new customer, get 50% off. 50% off. I mean, I've given you a lot of reasons to try this, right? You know, I love it. But this is a reason, for goodness sakes. This is a reason. I take the fruits and veggies. So I love them. It's great for me. I'm sure it'll be good for you. But listen, this is a Black Friday savings. And this is fresh off the presses. Here we are, beginning of November. I actually hadn't seen this. So this is 50% off. 50% off. As a new customer, you're going to get the Black Friday savings all month long. Just use my discount code Trish, Trish, discount code Trish, everyone. You can also get free shipping with this. Plus you get, a free fiber supplement. A fiber and spice supplement. So it's an unbelievable discount, really. I encourage you to go there. We love our sponsors. It helps the show when you go to our sponsors, and it helps you, of course. So call them at 1-800-2468-751. 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com. Use discount code Trish. This is the way to go because, 50% off plus the free fiber and spice supplement. That is really, really, really good. Okay, so now I have so much more to talk to you about.